Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. Wife cheating since 2017 and left me with 2 young kids and did so much damage to the kids. My wife of 10 years can't stop cheating. In 2017 I uncovered 2 inappropriate relationships she was having outside of our marriage. Pictures, sexting, meeting in person while I was gone for work. I hired a private investigator to confirm a guy was coming to my house while I was gone and we caught him. I filed for divorce about a month later and lived through probably the toughest time of my life. During this time we both went to therapy, separately, and I started to have second thoughts about leaving. We have 2 young children and ruining their lives seemed almost as bad as the cheating, so I called off the divorce. Since then my wife has been in therapy on and off, and outside of some typical marital issues our lives have been normal, or so I thought. Last month, while having sex she called me another man's name. We both had been drinking, so I shrugged it off. Another night, after she'd been drinking, and had taken an Ambien, she started talking to me like I was another person. Over the Thanksgiving holiday I calmly confronted her. Gave her examples of my reasoning. Gave her a specific name. She denied everything. She assured me of her love for me and our family. She kept this assurance going for a few days. 2 weeks after this episode I find out from my kids that the guy I mentioned above had been coming over. I confronted her again and she admitted to having an inappropriate relationship with him and lying about it. No sex, but sexting and visiting at his house and ours. You'd think this was rock bottom, but it wasn't. We talked and cried for 2 days. We decided to go back to marriage counseling and make things work. I asked her if there was anyone else. I wanted to make sure all the cards were on the table before trying to repair things. Christmas Day. We were happy, talking about fixing our marriage and how much we loved each other. I felt insecure but hopeful we could make things work. She passed out after a wonderful evening with our families and I decided to look at her phone. Shocking is an understatement. First I found that she'd been texting the guy mentioned above just hours before. Telling him how much she missed him and that she wished he was here. She said she just wanted to let him know that she loved him. Second, I find she'd also been texting another guy. Sexual texts, missing him, and how she's dying to see him again. This is all while she's proclaiming her love for me and our family. Turns out the relationship with the second guy had been going on for months. Unimaginable sexting discussions, pictures, and plans to meet. She actually did travel hours away from my parents' house to visit her family on 2 occasions and met up with him. One occasion was during the Thanksgiving trip I already mentioned. There's more. There were other guys in there. Nothing explicit, but definitely inappropriate discussion and talks about seeing each other again. Heartbroken. Confronted her again with evidence. She says there's something wrong with her. She doesn't know why she's doing it but wants to stay together. She says she's never had sex, intercourse, with any of them. What do you do? It seems trust in this relationship is dead. Thinking about my kids growing up in a divorced home is heartbreaking. Is there a disorder that causes this? We have some marital issues but normal everyday stuff, stress, kids, money. We are sexually active. Very active and not boring active. What would you do? I love her, but am I a fool? Update, just wanted to add some additional information after reading the comments thus far. No paternity test need. We had to do IVF because she can't get pregnant on her own. She is still in therapy and has told her therapist about the other men. She said her therapist has urged her to stop and tell me, but obviously that hasn't happened. She has admitted to other cheating prior to our relationship/marriage. Basically that sometime in her mid-20s she preferred non-monogamous relationships. She has admitted to being the other woman in affairs prior to our dating. She is a good mother to our children and they love her dearly. It's obvious what I need to do. She is a serial cheater. Addicted to the attention and excitement of being chased. This doesn't make things easier. I thought she was my soulmate. Heartbroken. Comments from the community. Seems like a fairly simple problem to solve. Hire a lawyer and file for divorce. Stop being her second choice. You're her safety net while she's out fucking randoms. Adults don't just visit. They fuck. The disorder she has is called morally corrupt, broken human syndrome. The course of treatment is learning morals as a young adult. The only reason why he has a choice in all of this is because he is the baby daddy. If he wasn't, that girl would fuck her way around the world. This way she is just limited to her country. And damaging children? Please. They hang out with her lovers while the baby daddy is away. That must be so healthy for them and kind from their dear mother. Very accurate diagnosis. People make mistakes, and they move on and learn. Others do this to fill a void they have. They can't stop because they don't know why they are doing it, only that it fills a hole. They care about themselves only. They are addicts basically. You should have saved screenshots and shared them among her affair partners. Contact 3 cutthroat lawyers. Get STI tested. Get financials in order. Get evidence of affairs and share with chosen lawyer. Do not leave the home as that is seen as abandonment. Tell her she needs to leave within the next 2 weeks. Fight tooth and nail for full custody. You want to be with your children as your STBXW is morally corrupt. I know when I trade nudes with women that when we finally hook up we usually only play Uno or Scrabble but never sex. What would ever give me the impression after hours of sexting that real sex is on the table? Smarten up, friend. I am very curious about this myself. You do know that she very likely had intercourse with every guy she met up with, right? Finding all this out has to be traumatic, but as much as it hurts, you need to think 100% realistically. Also, like the person above me said, get tested for STDs like yesterday. You deserve better than this, and she is beyond any help you can offer. I know it hurts, but run, and fast, from this woman. Let's take the situation regarding your child first. Studies have shown that children of divorced parents do better when they have 2 homes to go to where there is a loving parent, rather remaining in a toxic household where both parents are unhappy. It's bad enough that your wife is a serial cheater. However, what is worse is that she is a serial liar. You are spending money on counseling that does not seem to be helping your wife. What you are doing is the equivalent of holding an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting in a liquor store. Only you can change this scenario. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.